Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mansillon. I come back to speak about the spiritual ascension path, the spirituality, the transcendental portals that our consciousness is moving towards, this ascended mastery realm, the reconnection to the cosmic and celestial planes. It is all an awakening movement all around the world. I hope you feel the change. It's already like the freedom that we've been looking for is already there. It hasn't manifested yet, but it is there. Hope you feel it as well. If you're interested by the spiritual ascension and spiritual things, I welcome you to subscribe. If you're new to the channel, I thank you for your presence, if you've been here for a while, and thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting, as well as for your donation. YouTube does not allow me to monetize this channel, so your donations is really the only way I can keep this channel going, so I thank you so very much for it if you can. I wanted to discuss a few things here, and the first thing is that when we meet people in the physical realm, we see their body and their emotion and their mind, but we do not see their soul. Maybe they were a peasant in the past life, or they were a king, or they were a tyrant, or they were a saint. For this, those things might reflect a little bit, but we do not see. We don't really know. We don't even know for ourselves. Most people do not know all their many incarnations. But what's important is stand still and remember, I am God, I am the source, I am the light, I am the truth. Remember that your only identity is the creator, beyond incarnation, beyond expression, beyond form. You are the creator, that's the only thing you want to associate with. This was a very, very powerful super moon in Aries that we just passed, with Mercury that went into Scorpio, so very, very powerful and powerful connection of awakening with this moon, and we do want to realize that we're getting enlightened. There was one being that really achieved the enlightenment. It was the Lord Buddha, and now Lord Buddha is associated with the Christ, joined the energy to assist the ascension, but he's basically lives on the inner planes, on the inner earth, and sometimes he comes up. And it comes up from the heart, usually. It's like a door inside the heart. You can invite the Buddha to come visit you. And is the planetary logo, which means his consciousness is embracing all level, dimensions, reality of all beings. It must be quite interesting to live and experience all that is going on the planet as a planetary logo. There used to be a higher logos for the planet Earth, which is named Sanat Kumara. It's a good friend, but he had to take his position within the sun. So we send greetings to all our solar friends and solar beings, because he had to anchor the energies of the Earth with that of Venus for the collective light body ascension later on. He's often known as an Ancient of Days, but he's not actually. He doesn't contradict it, but I must say that I'm going to share just my own perspective on that, is that the Ancient of Days are Trinity, supreme Trinity origin beings. There is only 21 that were created before the universe of universes was created as super administrator of the 7 super universe. So they rule by 3 in the center of each 7 super universe, and they can never leave the central dwelling, but they have liaison, beings that are fused in light and life to such a high degree they're no longer depending on the evolutionary process of our father mother universe, the time and space universe that is evolving, but they are completely aligned with the spiritual administration of the super universe, which is timeless and does not change. Once you achieve this fusion in light and life, nothing can ever disturb you. And that happens it can happen for individual, it can happen for planets, for constellations, for local universes, and eventually the whole super universe, all 7 super universe will be fused in light and life, at which point the supreme being will come out personally from paradise and will rule over all of time and space, probably from our own, the center Uversa, the center of our super universe. But for now, it is the Ancient of Days that regulate the process of coordination of evolution of each 100,000 local universe within the super universe. So, but they do not get engaged with with situations that are not in light and life. It is up to the Father, Mother, God of our universe. It's about spiritual administration. Yet they are sending committees, because there was a rebellion in this part of space called the Lucifer Rebellion, and so they send an administrative mobile body that represents the wisdom of the Ancient of Days, because the Father, Mother, God are never asked to stand in trial of their own creation. So the judgment will come from on high. There is usually one divine counselor, one perfecter of wisdom, 7 divine counselor, and a universal censor. One day the censor will speak and everything will change. But for now, they just still this trial by Gabriel against Lucifer is still underway. It's been 200,000 years, but from a cosmic standpoint, it is not that long. And a lot of good came out of this expansion for the universe. For some time, I'm able to look at myself and my own life from above, from a higher plane. And I see sometimes that I can make fun of me, but sometimes I see that it's like looking. It can raise yourself to look at yourself from a contemplative standpoint. We are aligning with supreme timeline. But for that, we're going to have a change of environment. It's going to be a healing, and right now we're in a healing and restoration chamber, which will completely be there once once we find this point of freedom. For me, it will be the first day of my life. It is not. I've been born inside. I've been reborn inside, but my expression is not yet there until it'll be there. From one day to the next, everything will change. But it would be nice to be free from the constant struggle that I have been through for the past 4 years. So right now there is an 8D safe vault that was open. It's like the 8th dimension. I'll discuss a bit the 12-dimensional matrix of the sub-universe. Just small perspective on that. Because we exist in all 12 dimensions. It's just new realization. So on the 8th dimension, which is the dimension of the collective soul, where the collective souls are making their plans for incarnations, the vault has been opened. So we have a lot more information about our own past life and so on. For the some things may be unclear because of the limit. Because we're moving into something that's completely unlimited, but it's divinely organized, and we have to trust that there is a supreme intelligence that is guarding our life once we tune into the frequency of the heart. And we've been fragmented. We were like into multiple timelines at once. So now we're getting back to be whole and to move into this seventh, this supreme timeline and the 6th dimension. We are able to explore different timelines, but that means we've already integrated the 5th dimension, the unity of our eternal self, and removed the collective and individual illusions before we can explore many timelines at once. For the soul is exploring our soul is the greater our soul, the more it will want to explore, up until the point it will become universal, like the fathers. So this matrix of 12 dimension is like there is at the base, the root, there is the 0 point. It's like it's dark matter. From dark matter emerge matter and antimatter. Matter is what we see. It's the physical, tangible part of the universe, and antimatter is the process that moves the flow of energy through the transformation of matter. There is positive antimatter, which we call love, and negative antimatter, which we call fear. And every thought, every word, every action is motivated by one of those two energies. So we want to use love as an antimatter force, of course. From this 0 point, then there comes the first density, the first dimension. That's where the mineral, the elemental, the metals, and from a biological standpoint, it is a cell consciousness. The second dimension would be the organs, like the organs we have. But it's also the realm. Those are very vast, and they're very vast. Those dimensions. The second dimension would include the trees. It would include the animals. It would include the little babies. They are not yet in the third dimension, in the ego consciousness. So they're already in the bright place of the second dimension. The third dimension is the world of senses, where ego recognizes as real the reality that is physical and experienced through the senses. The fourth dimension is the astral astral realm, the realm of dreams. It's also the world realm of energy, of imagination. It is the place where people go after death. It is where the quantum reality becomes real. Whatever we think, it becomes the lowest part of the fourth dimension on the earth. And the astral planes is what we would call hell, and the highest would be the biblical paradise. Then beyond that, there is the nirvana, the fifth dimension, beyond the realm of, of carrot and stick, so to speak. And this plane is really the place where we realize our eternal connection to all that is, and connects in the unified field of love. This is really where the humanity is being led. It's going to be led in the next 200 years. It will take for all energies to be transmuted, but we don't need to wait. We live here and now. It is happening here and now. It is a crystalline dimension from the 5th to the 15th dimension. Those are crystalline dimensions. Come to realize what it means when every time we feel it, very crispy, it's very beautiful, it feels good. It's also where the 5th dimension is when people go when they have a near-death experience, the Arcturian matrix of the 5th dimension. It's also it's where we finally achieve our sovereignty. Then the 6th dimension is where we fully integrate our immortality. It is the harmonic field. There's so many beautiful things. The 6th dimension, all my experiences there. There is new sound and new color that are being introduced. I've never heard those sounds just yet, but I've seen the colors for many years, and it's like whatever you're looking at from the 6th dimension, it's like vacation. Just watching something becomes like amazingly beautiful. So we were integrating that in the 6th dimension. Those are the 5th and 6th dimensions are the galactic planes. The 7th dimension is the ascended master realm. It is the apex of individual consciousness. We're no longer in the harmonic fields. We are in the eye of God, anchored in our spiritual reality. And on the top of the 7th dimension, there is the portal of infinity, where we reach the 8th dimension, where souls actually make their collective plan. It's where from there on, it's no longer individual. Our consciousness is collective. So it's like we're connecting to a monad. The monad was a term discovered by a great philosopher named Leibniz in the 17th century, but he was saying he was the attorney of God. He was trying to assist people in seeing a little bit more clearly. But so there is those plans are connected to the 8th dimension, and right now there is a vault that is coming where we're getting a lot of information whenever we're ready about those soul plans. Those soul plans are aligned with the divine will in the 9th dimension. There is a lot of channel groups that from Arcturus, from Lyra, that communicate from the 9th dimension. They're very powerful energy transfers. And then there is a bright central sun in the 10th dimension. It's like this is the dimension where my soul is primarily focused right now. As well, at 11 and 12, I still I can go there, but I don't really see all that much just yet. The 13th dimension is a bridge. It is a still point beyond the transformation of the 12th dimension, and then it becomes crystalline up until the 15th, and after that it becomes morantial, like the Egyptian god lives in the 16th dimension on a planet in Andromeda right now. They're going to come back, but then the dimensions keep on growing. Then we connect to the 24th dimension or the 42nd dimension. That I know Spirit is just telling me, but it's like I don't have a full picture just yet. The 100th dimension is the galactic center. The 172nd dimension is the court of the Most High, the constellation fathers. Those are the beings who will rule the kingdom of man once we achieve ascension and illumination eventually. It's where the Phoenix holds its frequency, the galactic ship, the Phoenix from Alpha Centauri. Then on the 300 dimension is the Holy Spirit, is the Great Mother. And there is 352 dimensions of reality within our collective, within our local universe. So cosmic dimension, it is the Mahatma that is holding this collective frequency. It's like a universal frequency. It's like a collective thing. So just to give an idea, so it's I'm sorry, I'm taking some notes. And for right now, we're living on the earth in a physical plane. We're in a vicegerence. It means that we're administrator, but we co-administrator with God. It's not like we have full ownership of things. So it's a bit paradoxal because we're co-creator. We eventually our consciousness will fuse with the Creator's consciousness, and will become full consciousness. But until then, there is a co-creation with a higher self. Yet it is good to already make this leap of faith and appropriate yourself, because we don't own anything. We have to understand, without God, we are nothing. But with God, we're everything. With God, we own nothing. But with God, without God, there is nothing. That it's all flicker. It's temporary. But with the Creator, it's God take possession of all things. So just remember, my Creator, my planet, my sun, my trees, my animals, my humans. So it's very, it's kind of, it creates a connection to realize that once you identify, you can only identify with the source, your Creator. Everything becomes an extension of you. For there are many channels, messages in many languages now. A lot of them are for the first wave, for us, for those who have awakened and are quite advanced, to take us to the next level even. But then there is also some messages that are channeled that are for the second and third wave, for the people that are just awakening now. And don't waste your time. If you already integrate a lesson, don't move over it. So we want to really understand this force of the Akash is really awakening right now. There's those three forces that are constantly going up and down. So the first force is the blood. It goes up and down all the time. Then there is the Akash, the memory, the cellular memory, all those things that are affecting us on a mental, emotional level. And this comes into our mind because of the third force, which is the electromagnetic energy, the intelligent force that takes the information from the cells, makes it intelligible to our reality. I think it was Immanuel Kant in one of his books that was saying it's like everything comes from pure intuition, then it moves into intuition, and then it is sent to the brain to project a hologram that is credible to the mind. We didn't use the word hologram, but so it is. Now there is this awakening, and we have to accept. We don't know what we've explored everything, so do not have judgment upon yourself or others. And all the other personas that we had in past life were different personas, different exploration. Sometimes we don't really know if it's random when it is a past life memory that comes back. Was it us or was it part of our monad? A group soul, because sometimes I feel like I'm incarnated in different body at this time and in the past. In the past I have proof, but even in this time I feel like my soul has incarnated in different body, and I need to bring back those other people, the soul tribe, soul family, monad, soul twins together. It's kind of like I have parallel incarnation, so we may have that as well. And it probably feel really good when you meet those other parts. And then there is also like universal consciousness, universal incarnation. So those incarnation belongs to everybody, like the Buddha, the Christ. And there is like other archetypes like Napoleon or King Arthur or Jeanne d'Arc, or many. If you ask people in America, I know one that no believes about past life. If you tell him, "Do you remember one of your past life?" He say, "Yes, I was the King Arthur." So those are like very important story with Avalon and Camelot and all that. I was connected to that, but we all connected to the Christ, to the Buddha, to all that is. So because a liberation is really about aligning with supreme intelligence, and once we do that, we bring this light everywhere we go. We give a test of people of that, a remembrance of the source, even though they don't always mentally conscious, just our presence, just bring about this alignment. And when our body becomes enlightened, we can see and feel that when our light is anchored, we are enlightening the whole planet, is bathed within our light. Then it expands into the universe. throughout all dimensions, throughout all time, all spaces. So it is something very, very powerful. This law of one, this power of the light within. It's like, and to be grateful because it is the eternal force of the love of God that carried us throughout eternity, throughout all this incarnation, went through all that we've been through with us. So it's like at the end we'll be very grateful to our Father, Mother God of our local universe for this experience, but Universal One as well for providing this experience of life outside of the central paradise, so to speak. So it's very much about remembering your loving Father, your source, your connection, and eventually, well, you can call it whatever you want, inner guide. God is a friend first. Make friend with the Creator, make friend with life as in general, and let yourself be guided. But it's because it is the expression of supreme light, supreme love, and supreme power, so supreme wisdom. It's like sovereign strength and empowerment. It's really here to free us from all kinds of things, and the freedom is already felt. Now it is just a matter of it's going to manifest in a surprising way. Because our soul, the soul is already present in all 12 dimensions. We come from a higher plane. Maybe not everybody will make those connections in those lifetime, but we descended from the dimensions, and every time we left a part of us in each dimension, and every time we decreased in consciousness all the way down here, where we completely forgot who we are. So for me, it's very much the third and fourth dimension that cause me problem. Those other dimensions, I have no problem connecting to spirit, which is the opposite of most people. Most people are well integrated within the physical world of the earth. They have it well planned and everything working out. But the spiritual connection is not really all that strong, which is awakening now. But for me, it's like as a spiritualist, I've always been very... like a dreamer, which as an artist is okay, but it's like the physical and the emotional is what gave me the most difficulty. So it's like because we're not really at home here. We're just in service and exploration, and here for our soul as well. We came here. We don't just came here for the ascension of the planet. We came for the experience of this time as well, and so let us make it good. Very soon there's gonna be celebration that are coming. They already let us feel it already. I'm gonna pull a few cards, and it's approaching the precipice. It's very important. There's decisions that are approaching. Do not be afraid to make choices, because if we don't make choices, someone else will make the choices for us. Don't make your own choices and see how life react to it. For the higher wisdom is the wind of change. The wind of change, we don't know. We have to accept the unknown, accept it's not easy to surrender everything to God within and let go of all our fear and doubts about the situations of the world and the outside world. What we need to understand is trust. It's confirming what I was just saying. What we need to do is the yin, to see that it's going to unfold naturally. Everything unfolds at the right time in grace and it's the yin is to be in a receptive mode always. And the outcome is connecting to the breath of God. I'm not really yet equipped to really live just from prana. I know it's my fault, well, not my fault, but I still need physical food. But less and less in a way we're getting accustomed to be lighter. Well, my friends, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you so very much for liking, sharing, commenting, and do not forget to subscribe, and for your donations if you can. That would really assist me and help me out. It's my only means of income right now to continue those messages. I'm going to finish with a song and pull out a few cards from the angels. Well, I'm going to sing this one. This is a song, finishing music. It's called Just Like Heaven. Show me how you do that trick, the one that makes me scream, she said, the one that makes me laugh, she said, and threw her arms around my neck. Show me how you do it, And I promise that I'll run away with you. I'll run away with you. Spinning on that dizzy edge, and I kissed her face, and I kissed her head. I dream of all the different ways I had to make her glow. Why are you so far away? She said. Why don't you ever know that I'm in love with you? That I'm in love with you. You, soft and only you, lost and lonely you, strange as angels dancing in a deepest ocean, twisting in the water. You're just like a dream, just like a dream. Daylight licked me into shape. I must have been asleep for days, and moving lips to breathe her name. I opened up my eyes and find myself alone, 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 above a raging sea that stole the only girl I loved and drowned her deep inside of me. You, soft and lonely you, lost and lonely you, just like heaven. Songs from The Cure. And there was a band in the 80s. I had a girlfriend, she loved The Cure all the time. The Cure, it was the U2, The Cure, Sinead O'Connor. That's for the time. The Smiths, those bands. She really liked this. She was always playing some music. So I saw them in concert, The Cures, in Orange, in south of France, in a Roman theater. It was kind of nice, like gothic bands. The card of the day is work. And there's a lot of work, so they just get ready for the work that is coming. The higher wisdom is to hold the globe of creation, and we haven't we haven't been able to have that globe of creation within our hands for quite a while. So now it's going to be very enjoyable to go out and create. But now we're going to create consciously, because in the past we created, in the past life we created. But then we ended up with a lot of energy to balance out. So now we're going to be able to create consciously without beyond cause and effect. Just well, it's going to have cause and effect, but it will be positive cause and positive effect as we tune into the frequency of love. What we need to understand is reparation. There's many things to bring back into to harmony, to heal, to repair. What we need to do is determination, not to allow ourselves to be distracted. And the outcome is communication. Do not hesitate to communicate, and be ready for communication to come to you. Well, my friends, I hope this message was interesting. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.